Welcome back to Whitt. Today we're heading out into the gardens to harvest some holiday decor. So recently I've been trying to get the front gardens out here cleaned up, and I'm also working on getting some decorations out here for the holidays. Even though we have some decorations to put up, I like getting creative and making my own. So while I'm out here cleaning up the garden, I'm also going to be harvesting out of the landscape to make some holiday decor. The hosta bed here still needs cut back and then mulched over with leaves, and there's still some annuals down here that need cut back, as well as all the burning bush around here that's going to get cut back, and we're going to probably burn this because that's a little bit too much to try and compost down. Before we get into the fun crafting part of the video, we need to get some garden cleanup done. But we have a beautiful day here today, so come with me and Echo out into the gardens and let's enjoy nature today. I'm dumping everything down here past the vegetable garden. I was going to show you that I also got the maple trees down this row all pruned back. I dropped them down to about half of where they were, so hopefully they're going to bush out this year and grow a little bit better. I'm pretty sure I lost at least 2 of those trees that I'm going to have to replace. I have some willows in the nursery that I'm going to probably put out there. I just have to find the time to do it. I can hear all the ducks and chickens up at the barn yelling at me, telling me to let them out to free range. But while I'm working in the front yard, if I let them out, they'll come right to me, and I don't want them all in the front yard. So they're gonna have to wait. Our lawnmower is actually still broke, so I haven't gone through the yards to mulch up all the leaves. So I'm gonna scoop up some of these leaves with the rake and take them over to the bed so I can mulch over the hosta bed. Mulching the garden with fall leaves gives a lot of nutrition back to the bed, as well as keeping the whole bed nice and warm over the winter. It's never a good idea to leave the ground bare. We have had a decent amount of wind come through here too, so I gotta pick up some of these branches and get them out of the yard. Oh, that one got me. All right, we got this side taken care of. It's all mulched over with the leaves and it's looking a lot better. I'm not going to cover the hemlock circle with leaves because I think they're just going to blow away. There's really nothing holding them there. At least this side has the house to block a lot of the wind, and I think most of them are going to stay in place. And I don't want to cover the hemlock ring here with wood chips. I'd rather do it with a darker mulch or just a straight compost. So this is one area that I'm not going to be mulching. I think I will come through this azalea triangle with a load of leaves just to cover it up and make it look a little bit more uniform. There's some gladiola stalks sticking up through here, as well as some rose bushes, so hopefully those will help hold the leaves in place around this corner. And then there's still a lot to clean up out front here next to the road, and then this jut out over here that we created last year is going to need mulched over with the leaves as well. And I'm thinking some of these dried hydrangeas are going to look good in some holiday decor. I'm going to mulch over a few more spots, and then we'll get to harvesting out of the garden for the holiday decorations. All right, I'm not gonna make you wait any longer. We got some gardens cleaned up today. You know we can't get it all done in one video, so we're gonna get to the fun part now and do some crafts. I think it looks a lot better out here covered up with the leaves. And we got the burning bush cleaned up so we're able to keep a nice edge around that ring. And I don't have time to do the whole roadside garden, but we got the triangle over here looking maintained. I have some evergreens to choose from, like this hemlock here. We also have Norway spruce, arborvitae, and a golden globe arborvitae. Also, we have the hydrangea heads out there, the sedum heads, and anything else that I can find that might look good. I want to make a couple smaller swag decors for the inside of the house. And I also want to make up a centerpiece for this flower pot here. I want to get rid of these mums because they're past their prime, as well as these fruit here. Take these up to the animals at the barn. And then I want to make a nice little evergreen setup here on the flower pot between the garage doors, and one in this flower pot here on the well. Are you ready, pup? I'm coming to the hemlock trees over here because I can take from this little cove here without actually noticing too much being cut. I want one of the nice growth tips like this triangular one here with some cones on it. It doesn't have to be too dense because, like I said, we're going to be layering on top of this. But I only want about 12 inches, so this one's a little bit too long. This one's still a little bit big, but I think I can make it work. Oh, we got a canopy full of starlings right now. Oh, puppy. Oh, there they go. I love seeing a giant flock of birds. It's unfortunate that these are invasive birds, but it's still cool to watch the big flock move around. We got our base, now we need some layers of texture. I have an Alaskan weeping cedar here next to the garden entrance, and I think I can get a couple of branches off of this without it being too noticeable. It could use a little prune back here anyway. All right, pup, we got what we need, and I definitely could have taken some more, but this is all I want for now. All right, I want to grab one more evergreen texture, and then we're going to grab some other elements for some color and shape. Out here at the front, we have a Norway spruce, so I'm going to grab a couple of these. And I also have the golden globe arborvitae out here, which I can get some of this if I want that dull yellow, but I also have the sea gold juniper for a brighter touch. I want to get some of these growth tips with the 3D shape that actually is going to jut out from the wall. And like I said, we're going to grab some of these dried hydrangeas. These are the limelight hydrangeas, so they're nice and big. Some of these butterfly bush colas might look nice. And sadly, we did have a buck get to my blue atlas cedar. I'm hoping it's going to be able to pull through, but it got pretty much all the way around. I could probably use some of these broken blue branches as an homage to the tree. They're already down. Cut this lower one off anyway. And I think I'm going to grab some of these sedum heads here too. I could grab some of the berries off of the barberry, but I'm afraid that these are just going to rot away too quick, so I'm going to pass on these ones. It is something I'm trying to work on, planting more winter interest plants in the garden, so I have more options for crafts during the winter and holidays. But I'll get some of these sedum heads here. And we also have some more evergreen texture with the thuja right here, but I don't think I need that right now. All right, I think I have what I need, so let's take this over to the patio and start crafting. Oh, the geyser. It is getting too late, so I decided not to let the animals out to free range today, but I think Piper had some other plans. What are you doing, Piper? This wasn't gonna be a free range day, girl. Yeah, this wasn't gonna be a day I let you out. You wanna come help? You gonna do some garden crafts, girl? Where are you going? Waterfall. Well, I guess Piper's gonna be hanging out with us now too. Alright, we're gonna start with a swag here, so I'm gonna use a base triangle to start with. And then we're just gonna add some layers with the other evergreens that we have to fill in the gaps. I'm going to kind of keep it up from the edges so it doesn't cover the whole hemlock. Might have to do some trimming on these. I'm gonna use this wire here that I have to tie everything together and make a hook for the back. Damn, Piper, I can hear you, girl. It's okay, pup, it's just Piper. Now each branch that I add, I'll just give it a nice little twist around. Hey Piper, come to help. I could use a hand. You got an extra hand? A wing? One to wing? Okay. We have the evergreen base with multiple different textures. I think that looks pretty good. Now we're going to add some shape and color. Some sedums. I think that'll look good. It's okay, Pop. It's okay. Piper, what are you doing out here? You're a little far from the barn. I know you don't have any birds up there of your feather, but you still have feathered friends up there you can stay with. Pop, what's you doing down here? All right, you do you, Piper. So this is what we have so far, and I'm really liking it. I think I might make another one just to match it, but I think the only thing it needs right now is maybe some pine cones, so I'm gonna go around the property and try and find some. What do you think, Piper? What are you doing up there, girl? You're being a bad turkey tonight again. Don't poop in here. Don't you, turkey. Piper, what do you think? Are we doing good? Now we have two. I'm going to be hanging these two on either end of a window, so I wanted them to match. These two did end up a little bit big. I didn't want them hanging over the cupboard, but I think we might have to deal with it because I don't want to have to cut them and make them any smaller. Okay, Piper made it back up to the barn. All right, I just threw together another one, a little bit bigger this time. It's going to hang in a corner so I could go a little bit bigger. I did the backdrop with the weeping cedar, and then I added the blue atlas cedar in there. A little bit of the golden globe arborvitae as a backdrop to the juniper. We added the sedum, the butterfly bush, and then the hydrangeas on top that kind of look like bells to me, but I think this one turned out pretty well too. Well, as you can see, it's getting pretty dark out here, so I don't think we're gonna have time to finish the flower pot outside. And I can see Piper heading for the tree, so I'm gonna get up to the barn and close up before she tries to roost in the neighbor's tree again. So I think that's gonna be all for this one. I'm gonna do another video on doing the flower pots out front and finishing up the cleanup out there by the road. If you want to follow along, make sure to subscribe down below. If you love nature, hit that like button before you leave, and you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching. A lot of the times I just totally overestimate what I can get done.